This video is going to show you how to set up restrictions for Moodle content. So let's say you have a student who needs to take an exam at a later time, or you want to provide something for only one student or a set of students in your class. So we're going to start with a test. So let's say you have a student who needs to take the exam early or late, and so you want to have that option for them. So if this is your regular exam, you can make a duplicate copy, call it whatever you want, and then you go into Edit Settings, and at the very bottom under Restrict Access, you want to add a restriction, and I usually do this based on user profile. So if you click User Profile, it's going to say student must match the following. So the easiest thing to do is if you have unique student names in your class, meaning they have a unique first name or last name, then you can do that. Sometimes the easiest to do is an email. So I'll usually choose email address, and I'm going to do okay. Now, if you leave it just like this, then the other students will be able to see this restriction. If you click the eyeball here, then this test will not appear to anyone except for the student who has this email address. If you needed to add an additional restriction, then you could add an additional restriction, but keep in mind that if you add that, it's going to do and. So what you need to do then is change this to any so that it says or. Otherwise, they would have to have both email addresses, which is not possible. So then we would say email address is equal to and put in another email address. So then it could be either of those students and it would be available to them at that time, and you could again hide it if it didn't match either of those. But I'm going to leave it as just one for now so you can see what it looks like on the course page. So I've just added the one, and I'm going to hit Save and Display. And actually go back here. Okay, so as the instructor, you're going to see here that it says restricted, and it's not available unless the email address is ctl@center.edu, and then it's hidden otherwise. But if I log in as add that student first, hang on. Okay, what I realize here is that I got the email address wrong, so I need to go back and change that restriction. It's not ctl@center.edu, it's ctl.test@center.edu. So that makes a big difference. So I need to go back and change this, and change my restrict access, and save. Okay. So then, if I am the student and I log in, then I'm going to see this. If I log in as someone else, then I wouldn't. Let me see the student view here. Not sure if it'll work as me. Yeah, okay. So another student is not going to see that test at all. So that is how you create a restriction.